Was a hot afternoon, the last day of June, and the sun was a demon. The clouds were afraid, 110 in the shade, and the pavement was steaming. I told Billy Ray in his red Chevrolet I needed time for some thinking. I was just walking by when I looked in her eye, and I swore it was winking. She was 31 and I was 17. I knew nothing about love, she knew everything. But I sat down beside her on her front porch swing and wondered what the coming night would bring. The sun closed her eyes as it climbed in the skies, and it started to swelter. The sweat trickled down the front of her gown, and I thought it would melt her. She threw back her hair like I wasn't there, and she sipped on a julep. Her shoulders were bare, and I tried not to stare when I looked at her tulip. And when she looked at me, I heard her softly say, I know you're young, you don't know what to do or say, but stay with me until the sun has gone away, and I will chase the boy in you away. And then she smiled, then we talked for a while, then we walked for a mile to the sea. We sat on the sand, and a boy took her hand, but I saw the sunrise as a man. 10 years have gone by since I looked in her eye, but the memory lingers. I go back in my mind to the very first time and feel the touch of her fingers. It was a hot afternoon, the last day of June, and the sun was a demon. The clouds were afraid, 110 in the shade, and the pavement was...
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful story.
Yeah, it was a story.
What a nice, deep, clear voice this artist has. Absolutely amazing. This whole story of his first time. I love the way a lot of details were given, but at the same time, the most important details were left out, which would perhaps change the whole tone of this song. It all ended with, his experience ended with her, with him holding her hand, and then next day he saw the sunrise as a man. So the whole thing which happened between him holding her hand and the sunrise the next morning on the beach, on the sands, was left out, which was beautiful. It kept it clean. It kept it pure, it kept it innocent, keeping in tone with his age, with the lyrics, and with everything. Of course, the highlight was definitely that the deep piano tune that was in there. Very, it sounded dark when it first came in, but then when you get used to it coming in every fourth or fifth line, it's absolutely amazing. It's part of the song. It becomes part of the song, and it kind of takes you on. It tells you it's going to continue now to something else. So it just progresses from how he looked her in the eye and everything from then, the beach, the sunrise the next morning, him remembering it 10 years later. Everything went in progression. There was no real chorus in the song. It's very rare to come across a song without a chorus and just a story. But this is what makes it so beautiful, that it's unique, it's different. And stories like this you remember, especially if you've been in any similar situation, you will definitely remember stories like this. Beautifully sung, beautifully played the music. All in all, a very, very good song. It's a song that one will easily remember. It's that kind of a song. Even though it's just a simple story, and a lot of people will have similar stories to share about their first experience. Of course, the first experience for anyone of making love or being with another, being with a new person in a relationship, intimate relationship, you always remember it. There was a show I was watching just a few days ago, Addicted to Marriage, where they are personalities from the US, mainly female, who are getting married many times. They've been married 10 times, 12 times, some of them, and they're still young. Many of them are still in their 30s and 40s. So, after they've been their 10th and 12th marriage. So I was watching that show, but what struck me as funny or odd is that even though they have been through so many marriages, close to a dozen marriages each, those who were on that episode, I just watched one episode, all of them remember each husband and how they fell in love very well. It's not that they had to go through a script or they just spoke spontaneously. It was all clear as, crystal clear, you can say, clear as a crystal in their brain. So even though they went through so many experiences and so many intimate experiences also, love-making experiences also, they still remembered each of those 10 husbands, how they met, how they fell in love, and certain aspects of their relationship before it ended. So they may not remember exactly why it ended or how it ended. Perhaps if they did, of course, the next marriage may have been not again end in a divorce. So, but the fact is that they remembered these intimate experiences, just like this song. So this song will connect with almost anyone who's been in love, and especially if it's their first time being with a partner physically, they will remember this. They will remember it. They will certainly remember it. Maybe the other person may not remember it. But as I said on that show, they remembered it despite being married close to 10 times, 12 times, some of them. So it's definitely love making. Making love is a very important part of a relationship in adult years. So it's something that should be, treasured. Just like this song, you can make out even after 10 years, he still remembers it. So, it's something that you take with you till your grave. So you should definitely treasure it. When you have a relationship, definitely treasure it. Treasure the relationship a lot more. And it's a good song. What else can I say?
I like that tune. I definitely like some simple things can make things sound very special. And the piano tune, each time it came, it made the song special. Otherwise, it's a story that, for me, it's inconclusive. I don't know why it goes from one point to the other. He met, definitely the, description of the day and how it was, and, it was sunny and how he felt. All of that was very good and in detail. And you connect with it. You say, yes. I like how the words were rhyming as well in the lines. There was special effort that was made to make them rhyme. That sounded good too. His voice is amazing. You want to listen to more what he has to say. But at the same time, I'm still thinking, what was Billy Ray doing? I still don't know what was Billy Ray doing. Why was Billy Ray in his red Chevrolet? And why did he and he, whatever exchange happened? Now, what happened between them? Why was that added?
Actually, this Billy Ray might be Billy Ray
musician?
Cyrus, the musician.
Okay,
So
that's
maybe
what I was
they were
thinking.
part of a band. Maybe they were
Could be.
good friends.
Yeah, so this
who
could
were
be a real life
making
incident.
music together
Yeah.
or spending time together one afternoon, and then they just happened to. He just felt I need to go for a walk.
Right.
This
So
body.
I was wondering.
Yeah, so maybe they were just going for a ride together after a session or just spending time together as friends. Maybe they are brothers, maybe they are cousins, who knows. So, yeah, someone close to him probably.
So
And he just happened to go for a walk and he found himself even winking when he looked her in the eye. So it was kind of funny, that moment. It takes time to sink in though. Whenever you go through lines like that, it takes time to sink in.
Yes. I like the way it was said. The sunset was happening when he was a boy, and then he woke up with the sunrise that when he was a man. So it was a subtle way of saying he lost his virginity on that day or that night. So he had a very clear imagery of that day when it happened 10 years ago. And once you make a song about it, or once you've already recorded it, your experience of it, of course, it is gonna be there forever with you. Like Savio, like you were mentioning, all these women, they have gotten married so many times, yet they remember each relationship so vividly, which is, I don't know whether good or bad. I really don't know what to say. It for me, it's kind of bizarre.
To be fair, in their defense, the show's defense
anything.
and those characters, real people who they bought on it, is that they said one thing more which was startling, not just their memories of each relationship or each husband. The other thing funny was that, strange was, but then thinking about it, it is actually true, is that all of them felt that would be their last marriage.
Right.
It's not that they entered the marriage saying, okay, this is just going to be one more marriage, and after that I'll move on as soon as I'm bored, or I feel I've had enough, or anything. The first argument or fight, maybe I'll walk out the door. It's not like that. They all felt, all of them, at least 3 of them who were interviewed, I remember they said clearly that they thought it would be their last marriage. So every time it ended, I definitely, they must have also had been devastated. It's not that because they've had so much experience, it's not going to affect them. Definitely a marriage ending is a big thing. Anyway, enough about that show. I'm sure many of you will go and watch episodes of that show. We are not being paid to promote the show, but we definitely are here to sit down and listen to music, and you can check out our Patreon page to submit more requests to us and help us keep this gig alive and help pay some of our bills at least.